Soft, tender, not a dry crumb in sight, and look at that streusel. I love blueberry muffins, so I picked these berries up at the farmer's market. Here's the problem with most blueberry muffin recipes. They come out dry and dense, and the berries sink straight to the bottom. I tested this recipe until I had it exactly right. I'll be sharing ingredients that give you a tender, moist crumb. I'll share a technique to keep the berries from stinking, and also a trick to the best texture and rise to get that beautiful bakery-style dome. I am so glad you're here. Let's have some fun. We'll gather a few ingredients. We have eggs, sour cream, and milk that we want to be at room temperature before we use it, so we're starting with this. You'll need 2 whole eggs. You'll need a 1/3 cup of full-fat sour cream, that's 85 grams, and you'll need 1 cup of whole milk, that is 240 milliliters. Now we'll prepare our streusel. You'll need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, that's 125 grams, just choose like a medium-sized bowl. 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, packed, that's 55 grams. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 50 grams. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is fine sea salt and it's 1.5 grams. Give this a really good stir. Once you have your dry ingredients combined, stir in 6 tablespoons of really soft, unsalted butter. That is 84 grams. Cut it into the flour mixture. And this may take a minute or so, and just keep cutting it in until you have a damp, sandy texture. Once your streusel is combined, cover it with plastic wrap and place it in the refrigerator until we are ready for it. Next, you need to measure out 1 3/4 cup or 250 grams of your fresh berries. Make sure that they're rinsed, cleaned, and then patted dry. Now for our dry ingredients, choose a bowl large enough that you can do all of your mixing in it. We're combining all-purpose flour. This is 3 cups. That's 375 grams. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 13 grams. This is double acting, so it will react when it gets wet, and it'll also react in the heat of the oven again. And then we have 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. This will react with the sour cream that we're putting in. So lots of bubbles and rise there. And 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt, that is 1.5 grams. Give this a really good whisk to make sure this is all evenly and thoroughly combined. Once you have your dry ingredients thoroughly combined, put 2 scoops of the flour mixture in here. We'll be tossing our berries in this before we put them into the final batter. These are our last ingredients. This is the wet part. You need 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, melted, not hot. So 20 to 30 seconds in the microwave should do. You just want to make sure that it's nice and liquid, but not hot. We want to add the sugar in here, and we'll whisk it, but we don't want the sugar to melt in here. We want it to actually melt in the oven. So pour your sugar in. This is 1 cup, and that's 200 grams. And you need to give this a really good whisk, 2 to 3 minutes. So this is what your mixture should look like when you're done. Now add into your sugar mixture 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, that's 7.5 ml. Add your oil in. One of the beauties of these muffins is for the fat, we use butter and oil. So we get the beautiful flavor of the butter, and then the oil provides that extra tenderness that keeps these muffins moist for days after you bake them. Now put your eggs in and your sour cream. This also lends to just a really nice, tender, flavorful muffin. Sour cream makes everything better. Give this a whisk. Once you have this nice and smooth, add your milk in. Give that another whisk. So I just want to stress again, the room temperature ingredients is key here. This is very smooth and homogeneous. The whole thing is just very, very smooth. Had we added cold milk in or cold eggs, it would cause this to separate and curdle. And that actually messes with the overall structure of the batter and can really make your muffin dense. So do make sure to have your dairy and the eggs at room temperature. This looks beautiful, so it's time now to add the wet into the dry. Now with a spatula, just incorporate these two. Just be gentle in your folding. That's why we're not using a whisk. We want to be as gentle as possible here. When you hydrate flour, gluten gets activated, and of course gluten makes structures, so we want these to be nice and tender, so we're being as gentle as possible here. As you can see, we're about 80% stirred here. There's still dry particles in here, but we have more folding to do, so I'm not going to overmix at this point. We want to get our berries in here for our final stir. So we're pouring the berries in here. This will coat the berries with flour, which will help keep them stable and in place rather than them sinking to the bottom. Give the berries a toss and then a stir. Just want to make sure that they are coated. So each berry is covered with flour. So toss your berries in and give it its final fold. You'll notice I did every other one. When these rise up and they dome, they need extra room. So you don't want to put them side by side on the pans because they would bump into each other. So they need room to bloom. And then I'm using a cookie scoop just to get a nice full scoop in each one of these. So we'll be scooping our batter into the liners immediately, and then we'll cover them and let them sit and just rest for anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. We're resting the muffin batter, which will give the flour time to absorb the liquids and become fully hydrated. This makes thicker batter. It's primed for the rising gas bubbles from the leaveners that yields us a significantly taller and round coveted dome. This gives us better texture and better rise. We will be putting the streusel on them right before we put them in the oven. When your rest is 15 minutes from being done, preheat your oven to 425 or 220 Celsius. These are from a bake I did yesterday. I wanted to show you the difference. This one baked with a 30-minute rest, and this one had no rest, and you can see the difference in the height and the texture of these two muffins. Our muffins rested for 30 minutes, and it's time to get them in the oven. Just peel this off gently. We'll be putting our streusel on now. I just pulled it out of the refrigerator. And we'll be placing these in the oven at 425 degrees. That's 220 Celsius. They will get a 5-minute blast of heat. And in that 5 minutes, this is like the crucial step for getting that nice dome. There's a rapid gas expansion. A lot of steam is created, and then the outer crust sets. So that heat blast causes the batter to rise up very quickly, and that's where we get that beautiful dome. After we bake for 5 minutes at 425 without opening the oven, you can turn your oven down to 350, that's 180 Celsius, and you'll bake them for the remainder at that temperature for about 20 more minutes. I did have enough batter for 2 more muffins, but for the sake of time here, I have put it aside. To check for doneness, just stick a toothpick in the center and it should come out clean. I will let these cool in the pan for about 5 minutes, and then I will pull them out. You don't want to leave your muffins in the pan much longer than that because they'll sweat. The heat in there will cause them to cook more, and they'll also sweat and the paper will stick to them. So give them about 5 minutes and then pull them out to a wire rack and let them cool completely. They look marvelous, don't they? Well, I'm super happy with the way these turned out. They look absolutely beautiful. And our blueberry trick worked because clearly the blueberries are on the top. Some of them, they have erupted and colored the tops. They just look so pretty and they smell amazing. So I'm going to break one open here and see how we did. These are moist and tender. The blueberries are evenly distributed. The streusel is crumbly and buttery and just melts in your mouth. These are so, so good. You're gonna have to give them a try. If you love making muffins, you have to try my chocolate chunk muffins. They are so good. Click the video here. I will see you there.